What's up guys, and welcome back to another Real Madrid preview. This is the preview to Lille against Real Madrid. Back in the Champions League, second match day in the Champions League with this new format. Look, you kind of have to accept it. As I've said before, I think that personally, I still prefer the older format, but the games are certainly more interesting. There are more interesting games, but I just still have that feeling and that opinion that there was never a need to change the old format. So there's that. That's my opinion. I'm sure a lot of people would agree. There are people that do like the new format, and I get it. But regardless of whether you like it or not, we have to accept the fact that it is the change and there's nothing we can do about that and move on. Second game will be against Lille away from home at the Pierre Moreau Stadium. I have no idea how to say that. Pierre Moreau Stadium, which is the home of Lille. Lille are an interesting team. They've produced many talents across the year, and not just across the year, but throughout the last few years. Obviously, the most recent one was Lenny Yoro, whom joined Manchester United in the summer, and we were really in for him. But let's not forget the likes of Victor Osimhen. He was there a couple of years ago. I'm definitely missing many players. Eden Hazard played at Lille before. So Lille used to be a big club. I remember those days, early 2010s. They were up there. They were fighting, for the league week, year in, year out. And since PSG reason, they just haven't been able to, compete. And I don't think many teams in France have been. Although, was it 2021 or 2020, Lille did win the league away from PSG. It was that year that Pochettino was there. So, look, that aside, this is a very good side. They have always been able to compete with the bigger teams in terms of on the pitch. So they're going to bring a good game. They're going to bring the atmosphere. The French fans, the Lille fans, French fans in general, crazy. You're going to see, a lot of, what do you call those, fire. I don't know what I call those, but, it's going to be heated. It's going to be crazy. And coming off the back of a game against Atletico Madrid, it's not, the kind of game you want to have. But, it's what it is. Now, look. Let's talk about the form for Lille, because it does matter. Now I'm only going to look at home form. Their last game against Strasbourg at home was a 3-3 draw. Before that, against PSG, they lost 3-1. They beat Angers by 2-0. Earlier this season, they beat Slavia Praha in the playoff. They beat Fenerbahce in the playoff. So, look, their home form, they've only really played 3 games at home, really. Take away the playoff Champions League games. 3 league games at home. They've won 1, they've drawn 1, and they've lost 1. So, look, PSG have gone down and won. And I'm not undermining and underestimating and under giving credit to PSG. But this game is a very, very manageable and winnable game. We'll go on into their players in just a second, because I feel that they've got a couple of interesting players that have to be looked out for and have to be stopped. But I do believe that, this game should be a win, and we need to keep the momentum in the Champions League and get back into winning ways in all all competitions again. Now look, Lille, who do they have? Obviously, everyone will know Jonathan David, a striker that many big teams have been looking at. He has been prolific. He's the third highest scoring player in the league, if I'm not wrong, as of now. He's also in the top 3, if I'm not wrong, for shots per 90 in the league with 1.2 shots per 90. So, this is a player that is not afraid to, take a shot. When he gets the chance, he will take a shot, and he scores a lot as well. I think it's 5 goals in Ligue 1 so far in 6 games, which is incredible, really, isn't it? They've got Angel Gomez. It's a weird saying, isn't it? Because Di Maria is called Angel, but it's because of that Spanish sort of, difference. But Angel Gomez, they've got Mbappe's brother, Ethan Mbappé. And we'll get on to Mbappé because I felt that there was an interesting story and news that came across. They've got Osman Sarau. I don't know how to say his name. I'm pretty sure I got it wrong. But if I'm not wrong, he's the highest in expected assists so far this season. I'm not sure if it's per 90, but he's up there. They've got Zegova. I'm pretty sure he's from Kosovo. He's like an attacking midfielder / winger. They've got Thomas Meunier. They've got Thiago Santos. They've got Bentaleb, one from the past. They've got Andre Gomez, ex-Everton. They've got Chevalier, their keeper. Cabela in the midfield. Aissa Mandi, ex-Real Betis. Ismaili, ex-Shakhtar Donetsk. Diakate, Goodmanson, Barker. So look, their squad is very good for a Ligue 1 standard team. They've got obviously the main vocal point of Jonathan David, but look, Angel Gomez, Zegova, Ethan Mbappé, Cabela. These are players whom are going to be creative. They're going to create opportunities for David. So I believe that in order to stop them from scoring, you need to stop those players from creating. Simple, isn't it? But that is the problem that we're gonna face. Away from home in a rowdy, crowded stadium, it's going to be tough. But I believe in the team, and I believe so. Now look, speaking of Ethan Mbappé, Kylian Mbappé, what's up? Now look, Kylian Mbappé, he did not feature at all against Atletico Madrid because we've heard in the last week that he suffered an injury and will be out for about 4 weeks. So we're talking back after the international break and maybe just about making it back for El Clasico. He'll probably miss, or at least he was set to miss those games against Celta Vigo and I want to say Dortmund. So look, it was looking like he was going to miss those 2 games and then he'll probably make it back for Barcelona for El Clasico. But guess what? We got a story yesterday that apparently his injury isn't actually that bad and he's actually back or could be back for this game. Look, I don't know if this is just Kylian Mbappé trying to play against his brother. He's trying to play his brother. But look, no risk should be taken because I believe that although he's a key player in the team and although he is a game changer, starting him for at least 60-75 minutes will only heighten the risk of him getting a relapse or a reoccurring injury. I think if you want him to play, cool. You bring him on for the last 25 minutes, 20 minutes even, cool. If you want to start him, okay, half time, take him out. But look, don't let him play for anything longer than an hour, because I believe that if he plays for anything longer than an hour, you're gonna see the injury reoccur. And that was the problem against Alaves. It was Mbappé just playing and playing and playing and playing and getting the injury. So look, I think Mbappé, if he starts, half time. If he doesn't start, you could probably bring him on for the last 20 minutes. Because obviously he wants to play against his brother, I would assume. But I wouldn't risk it. And speaking of injuries, Thibaut Courtois, he's injured. So he will be out for a couple of weeks. There were rumors about 2 to 3 weeks. Great. Camavinga, he's back. He's back to training, but I highly doubt he'll get any involvement. Maybe off the bench for a little while. David Alaba, he's back on the grass. He's not really training yet, so I don't think he'll even be involved. And with Militao and Rudiger playing really well at the moment, okay, not very well, but being, the main combination, I don't see Alaba coming in and saying, "Hi guys, I'm gonna be the main man right now." So look, Alaba will probably wait until at least Celta Vigo to see him back involved. I would assume, I don't think he'll be back for Villarreal at the weekend. And the remaining players, the likes of Ceballos, Brahim Diaz, they are still out. And obviously now Ceballos, Brahim Diaz, Courtois are the 3 players who are out. Mbappé was out, he's apparently back. Alaba is slowly getting back, and Camavinga is most of the way back. So that's the injuries update as of now. But my starting 11, without Courtois, Lunin, it's his time. This is called upon for Lunin to get his time to shine. He's not been able to play this season yet, but it's his time. At least the next 2 games, against Lille and against Villarreal. The back 4, I've gone full on Mendy, I've gone Rudiger, I've gone Militao, and I've gone Lucas Vazquez. Because I think you still need a defensive stability at the back. So I wouldn't go with Fran Garcia. But I went with Lucas Vazquez because I think Carvajal needs the rest. I think he does need a rest. So it could well be Carvajal, it could well be Fran Garcia, it could be both Fran Garcia, Vazquez, it could be both Carvajal, Mendy, it could be a mixture. Who knows? But that's what I've gone with. And I think the centre back duo will remain the same. Tchouaméni, play him at 6. No Ceballos. I think Modric will get rested, so I've got Arda Güler, and I've gone Fede Valverde as well. And in the front 9, no risk taken. I'm not risking anything. I've gone Vinny, I've gone Rodrigo, I've gone Bellingham as the false 9, really, to, keep the levels there. Because against Atletico Madrid, I thought the front 9 played well. And we have played well last season, and we have showed before that with this system and formation, we can play well. So, with that being said, let's see. Let's see if this formation is going to do well. Because if it doesn't, you can revert back to your normal 4-3-3 or whatever. But because it has been, I doubt it won't work well. But even if it doesn't, you can still make the switch. Whereas with Mbappé and the 4-3-3 this season, most of the games haven't really gone that well, really. So that's my starting 11. Score predictions, I'm going to go Lille 1, Real Madrid 3. I'm confident, not arrogant, I'm confident. But let me know what your thoughts are down below. Hope you guys have enjoyed today's video. Hit the subscribe, subscribe to ensure it's on already. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.